Hello and welcome to this instruction clip, in which we will discuss how to use the FWO e-portal as a panel member. You will use the e-portal in various stages of the evaluation process. This instruction video focuses specifically on the technical aspects of the e-portal for the steps highlighted here. For each step, we will explain how to locate the necessary documents on the e-portal and how and where to submit your reports. This video is dedicated to the procedural and technical steps. For an overview and discussion of the content of the evaluation procedure, we refer to our other videos. This slide provides an overview of the different times you need to access the e-portal, along with the actions you need to perform or the documents you need to submit. First, you must be registered with the FWO to gain access to the e-portal. Secondly, you should submit your conflicts of interest and confidence rates. A separate instructional video guides you through this step. Afterwards, you will have to submit your internal evaluation reports, followed by your synthesis report. You will then prepare for the pre-selection meeting by consulting the report submitted by your fellow panel members. Finally, after the panel meeting, you will submit the feedback reports for the applications for which you were appointed as rapporteur. The following slides will provide a detailed discussion of each of these steps. To carry out any task as a panel member, you must have access to the e-portal. Access can be obtained using your ORCID account or your email address. As a panel member, you will mainly access documents by clicking on the Panel Member menu item in the main menu on the left-hand side of your screen. The dashboard provides an overview of all action items requiring your attention, such as invitations to submit conflict of interest or your internal review reports. All emails from FWO, which are also sent to your email address, will appear in the menu on the right side of your screen. A key step in the evaluation process is preparing and submitting the internal evaluation reports for the applications assigned to you by the scientific chair or moderator of your panel. The FWO will invite you via email to evaluate your assigned applications once all members have submitted their conflict of interest declarations and the scientific chair or moderator has distributed the proposals amongst all panel members. In order to draft and submit your evaluation reports, you should log into the e-portal, click on the Panel Member button, and then select Evaluation Reports Feedback from the submenu. Next, click on the Internal Evaluation Reports Feedback Reports tile, select your panel when prompted, and you will see a list of all applications assigned to you, both as internal evaluator or as rapporteur. During the first phase of the selection process, you should only write reports for the applications where you are appointed as internal reviewer and that have the status invited. To access the page to draft and submit your report, click on the pencil icon for these applications. Once you click on the pencil icon, a new window will appear, which first summarizes the guidelines for the assessment of the applications. On the left-hand side of this page, you will also find a link to download the full proposal and the score grid that you should use. As you scroll down the page, you will find the evaluation form, which must be used to submit your comments and scores to the FWO. Please remember to save your work regularly, as the e-portal does not have an auto-save function. If possible, we recommend drafting your report in an offline document first and then copy-paste it into the form once completed the report. Finally, ensure you click the Submit button at the bottom of the page to officially send the report to us. Once all internal evaluation reports have been submitted, the FWO will send a notification inviting you to prepare and submit a synthesis report for the applications assigned to you as rapporteur. This synthesis report is required only for postdoctoral applications and does not apply to PhD proposals. You should access the e-portal in the same way as you did to find the documents needed to write your internal reports. You can then access the proposals labeled as rapporteur, which will no longer have the status on hold. Again, use the pencil icon to access the actual evaluation form. The page which now appears is very similar to the one used for submitting your internal evaluation report. However, this time, you will be able to download all the internal and external evaluation reports submitted by the panel members and the external reviewers for this application. These reports will be necessary for preparing your synthesis report. As you work, please remember to save your progress regularly. If possible, draft your report in an offline document first, and don't forget to click the Submit button at the bottom of the page to officially send your report to us. The next step in the evaluation process consists of preparing the pre-selection meeting by reading at the very least the internal, external, and synthesis reports for the applications assigned to you. Ideally, you should also review the reports for all other applications. To access these reports, click on the Panel Member button, then select Evaluation Reports Feedback followed by the tile Overview of completed evaluation reports. After selecting your panel, you will see an overview of all reports for each application within your panel. In preparation of the meeting, you can also access all applications submitted to your panel. These are available under the Documents submenu in the Panel Member menu. Click on Select a Library, and then navigate to the fellowship applications of your panel by clicking on the blue link. A list of all applications and recommendation letters will be displayed. It is helpful to note that 1. The full list can be downloaded as a zip file. 2. Individual applications or recommendation letters can be downloaded by clicking on the blue document icon. And 3. You can search the list by name, document type, or application number. Finally, the files can easily be reordered by clicking on the arrows, as highlighted in blue. After the pre-selection and interview meeting, a debriefing mail from the account administrator invites the rapporteur of each application to write a feedback report. These reports should summarize the internal and external evaluation reports, as well as the comments made during the panel meetings, ultimately reflecting the panel's final assessment of the application. To access the feedback report form, click on Panel Member and then Evaluation Reports Feedback, followed by the tile Internal Evaluation Reports Feedback Reports. After selecting your panel, you will see an overview of the applications. For all applications for which you were appointed as rapporteur, please click the link Fill in Feedback. This form starts again with the guidelines for formulating the feedback. The full application and the score grids for pre-selection and interview can be found on the left-hand side of the screen. As you scroll down, you will find the link to the internal evaluation reports as well as the feedback form itself. This form is pre-filled with the scores from the pre-selection or the interview and with the synthesis report you prepared before the meeting. Please remember to update the report by adding the panel's consensus opinion and the relevant findings from the interview. Once the feedback report is complete, submit it by clicking on the Submit button at the bottom of the page. This concludes our guided tour of the technical aspects of working as an FWO expert panel member. We hope this instruction video has brought you further insights in the technical flow to be followed in each step of our evaluation procedure and will help you throughout the process. Should you have any further questions, please do not hesitate to contact your administrative chair or account administrator. Thank you for your attention and goodbye.